Good afternoon to the Makah community. Today is Thursday, November 19th, 2020. This is the Makah Tribe's COVID-19 Pandemic Response Update. My name is TJ Green, Chairman for the Makah Tribe. This message is brought to you on behalf of the entire Makah Tribal Council. Vice Chairman Keith Johnson Sr., Treasurer Patrick DePoe, Councilman John Itis Sr., and Councilman George Chad Bochow. We want to inform the Makah community that there are currently 4 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in our village. And as a result of this outbreak, there are up to 60 people that are in isolation and quarantine right now as a result of those contacts. And contact tracing is ongoing. There was delays this week due to the weather and loss of communications throughout the community of cell phones, landlines, and internet. So the contact tracing teams are still working through their process to make sure that we are thorough and vigilant to make sure we get ahead of this outbreak and that we contain it. So please cooperate with those contact tracing teams. We want to let the community know that we have passed Resolution 126-20, which is making some changes to our current health order and the current phase we're in, and as well as some of our visiting protocols as well. So we want to let the community know that this is the new, this is the resolution enacting Health Order 07-20. This was passed yesterday, and it will enact a new health order that will be effective at 8 a.m. Friday, November 20th. That will be a shelter-in-place order effective 8 a.m. Friday, November 20th. Here's some changes that's important to take note of. During this shelter-in-place order, the most current order that is going to take effect again at 8 a.m. tomorrow, that's Friday, November 20th. So during the shelter in place, we want you to stay within your family unit, not leave home for anything but essential and safe activities that we're going to go through and discuss here. We're also going to make some changes to the household groups, the pods that many people have had. We've found through contact tracing that some of the size of the pods are pretty large. Some of the families that have chosen to form pods are extensive, and that is problematic when we're having an outbreak. So we want to discontinue those unnecessary pods for this moment in time and through the duration of this health order. So during shelter in place, and certainly staying within your family unit, that's what's most important. And also when you are outside of your family unit and happen to come close to other people that are outside of your immediate household, wear a mask, put the mask on, and keep it on during that time that you're in public places such as the post office, store, mini mart, or come upon people that are not part of your family unit. So during shelter in place, you're going to be continued to be allowed to do cultural and spiritual guidance or counseling. You will continue it'll be okay to still obtain food and other necessary services and supplies for your household or family members and deliver those services or supplies to other households such as groceries, firewood, household cleaning products, and other products as necessary. Remember, make those deliveries contactless. It's got to be a contactless delivery. Wear your mask when you're delivering those product services to people outside of your household that need that assistance from you. And you can also engage with other members of your same household unit in outdoor activities such as hiking, biking, chopping wood, gathering traditional medicinal plants or other raw materials and cultural activities. And also it's okay to go for a drive with someone from your household unit. You can continue to check your mail. Remember to wear your mask at the post office. Checking and maintaining your boat while avoiding close contacts outside of the household unit is essential during this process. It's also okay to continue to pick up your medications. Soapy Tredovic Indian Health Center is currently under limited operations. They're closed to normal activity that we've had during the pandemic while they sort through some of their own health protocols. There was one provider that was infected due to uh, some of the visits that took place during his service to the community. So it's important for our clinic to make sure that their protocols are adequate and at a high enough level to avoid that from happening again. Our service providers are critical to us. We need each and every one of them, and we need them to be healthy. So as we're reassessing those plans and protocols to make sure that everyone is safe, that is seen by a doctor, and that receives care. So, those things are in place, and we have full confidence in our medical staff to make sure that we're doing things safely down there. Household groups is another area that has changed in this order. For the duration of this order, household groups are prohibited, and individuals must only socialize within their household unit with the exception of the following. Those who live alone may join another household unit. We want to make sure that people are not totally alone if they don't want to be and they have family or a friend that they can join up with, so that we can make sure people are caring for one another. Those who are in need of essential care may form a household group with their caregivers. That's such as an elder. If you have an elder in your family that needs help cooking and cleaning and doing laundry, we realize that may take up to 2 different households to schedule those things out with work and everything. So please be vigilant about that. Wear masks when it's appropriate, and make sure that we're caring for our elders properly and keeping them safe and keeping those household groups to the bare minimum. Visitors coming to the reservation, all non-Makah personal visitors are not allowed to access the Makah Indian Reservation for the duration of this order. That includes people who have already been prior approved. So we're going to rescind prior approvals from this point forward. Until further notice, we are not allowing Makah personal visitors to access the reservation. We need to make sure that any unnecessary gatherings are not going on at this time. We realize Thanksgiving is coming up, and that's going to be difficult to not have that social interaction, but that has been being discouraged certainly nationwide and within our state and within our county. We need to avoid those Thanksgiving type gatherings and do them in other ways. We apologize for that, and we feel for everyone. We're all affected by this, but it's very important that we don't gather over Thanksgiving with people outside of our household unit. One of the things that we're also going to be requiring is that Makah tribal members who are not residents, this includes people in higher education that are attending outside of the reservation, those Makah residents are going to be required to get a COVID test prior to coming to the reservation, prior to returning home. You're going to need to have a COVID test with a negative result to be allowed to come to the reservation. And the reason for this is we are having an outbreak right now, and we want to contain it and stay ahead of it. So those are the current requirements for visitors. There's some more details in here. This order will be made publicly available. I want to actually go back to sharing the screen. Let me move this. We are doing some testing right now, and there's COVID testing that happened this morning. This is for people with close contacts identified by the case and contact team. That will continue through this afternoon from 1 to 3 p.m. So if you've been identified as someone who's had close contact with someone who is positive, testing is going on right now as we speak. It will continue tomorrow for anyone who feels they have been exposed to a positive case. So tomorrow there'll be testing from 10 a.m. to noon, and then from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And both testings are taking place at the community hall on those days. Masks are required, and an appointment is necessary to be tested. Only those with an appointment will be tested. So call the number 360-645-2233 to make those arrangements. Um, there'll be a one-way traffic flow at the Makah Community Hall for this to take place. You'll come in on 2nd Avenue, you'll head west, and then turn south towards the community hall. That will be the traffic flow for the testing. And it'll be one-way traffic flow going through the community hall. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for all of their diligent efforts to get us this far. You know, we are in an outbreak, you know, so obviously there have been some failures along the way. You know, that doesn't mean we give up. That doesn't mean we just throw our hands up and say this is too much. It just means we work a little harder, and each of us need to make those personal choices to limit our contacts and not have any contacts outside of our household unit, and that we wear our masks and we stay a safe distance as has been advised throughout this pandemic. We do have the section of our protocols that advise us on what to do, no matter what phase we are in. If we follow those protocols, it will keep us all a lot safer. There is going to be a public meeting this afternoon at 3 p.m. There's a public meeting that will take place that's open to the community. That's out on social media now. The information on how to log on to that, you can contact April or Erica to get that Zoom link to be able to connect to that meeting. The Tribal Council and our public health people will be available on that call to answer questions. We're going to be giving presentations and to report out to the community on where we're at and what we're doing to respond to this current outbreak that we are in, and how we are advising the community to move forward. So hope to see you present at that meeting to get that information and to answer any questions that we might have. Also, just want to remind everybody, we realize that Thanksgiving is coming up. We are discouraging any type of travel during that time. We want people to stay home and stay within their household units. Over the next 2 weeks, we're going to reevaluate what we've done 2 weeks from now and see how we're doing with the numbers. Hopefully we get ahead of this outbreak, and that there's no further infections, and that we contain what has already happened and eliminate the risk for the community. And that's going to be upon all of us to be able to make those decisions when we are out and about doing those essential activities that are allowed at this time. So everyone, take care of one another. You know, let's watch out for our neighbor. Let's keep everyone safe. Everyone wear a mask, use your hand sanitizers, and wash your hands on a regular basis. Take care, Makah. Shoo.